Well, how's it feel to finish with a three-peat?
It feels really, really good. We put in the work the last 3 years, and being on the team has just been such a grateful experience to just come out and just win all three. Yeah.
Last week, the regional championship. Yeah. I know that was a major, major disappointment. What went wrong, and how did we correct it?
I think we just didn't come out as a team, or we just let our lows get too low and our highs get too high. We just didn't ride the wave and keep it consistent. But I think we turned that around this week, and we just poured into each other, played as a team, rode the wave, and just went out to win it. Yeah.
Did Sundance, were they just as tough as they were last week?
Yeah, I think last week they definitely came out with a fire and passion. I don't know if we were quite ready for it, but today we knew they were going to come out. We knew they were going to come compete, and we were just ready to compete right there with them.
Talk about the season in general. You did pretty good against the bigger school classes, and you had some wins, some losses here and there. Probably the only other major bump on the road was the loss to Tongue River about a month ago and all that. Just talk about the season in general.
I think our season actually went really well. I mean, we've had good seasons in the past. Like this year, the Casper tournament was one of the best Casper tournaments we've had, and so just coming out and getting to play the bigger schools was just such a blessing. And I think we use that to fuel us. And I mean, there's going to be losses, but we just have to learn how to grow and come back from that.
As the season progressed, how did you find ways to get better?
I think just a lot of team connection and team bonding outside of volleyball. I think through practices and through just hanging out and just building connections off the court.
What do you want to tell the underclassmen? What should they learn?
I think just stick with it and just keep the passion alive. If you're not going to do it for the sport of volleyball, do it for the people around you, because it's so worth it in the end.
Feels a little different to be wearing different colors, but hey, you got yourself a championship. We're not trying to put your previous team down or anything like that, but how's it feel?
It feels great. I mean, we've talked all year, pressure is a privilege, and Bighorn culture, it's so good. And I think just going throughout the season, talking about this was always the goal, and to get that is super, super good.
Last week, I know, was pretty embarrassing. Didn't do too well, especially that getting swept by Sundance, that regional championship game. What went wrong, and how did we correct it?
I think it was just a mindset shift. I mean, at the beginning of the week, we had to have some tough conversations with each other, with our coaches, and I think just working through that adversity, knowing that we could get the job done was super big.
This season, you did pretty well against some of the bigger schools. You had your share of wins and losses. Probably the only other bump in the road you had was the loss to your former team back in October. Just kind of talk about the season in general.
I think it was a super great season. We talk about how each game is important, but none is special. So I think just treating each game the same, having the same mindset going in each game was super big.
Much different performance this time compared to last week, the regional championship. What went wrong that time, and what did we do to correct it?
Nerves just got the better of us last weekend. We were on our home court, and fear snuck in, and we played not to lose. And so all week we just really focused on, if we play free and fun and focused together volleyball, we're unstoppable, and we proved that today.
This season, you did pretty well against some of the bigger school teams. You had a few minor bumps in the road. I know Tongue River was one of them too as well. But just how did the season go in general, in your point of view?
We faced a lot of adversity this year. We had a lot of injuries, and week to week we weren't quite sure who was going to be on the court. And our girls faced it every week with a can-do attitude, and we've had an awesome season, and I could not be more proud of these girls.
This tournament, the East pretty much dominated. So you had to go against teams for maybe fourth, fifth time or whatever, and you really couldn't do anything different. You just had to do business as normal. It just shows how tough the East was.
Yeah, the East dominates, and it's fun to see us go 1 through 4, and it just shows how hard every week of competition is for us. And the goal is never perfection for us. We expect to lose games along the way, and loss is an opportunity for us to grow and get better, and we kept doing that every week, and we showed up today with a mission to accomplish.
What was maybe different compared to this time last year? I mean, I know last year's team won the championship as well, but every team's different. So what was different?
Yeah, in the past we've gotten to rely on a few big swings to do a lot for us, and this year's team is a balanced team, and it takes all of us to do our job and lock in. And so it's extra special just to see everyone step up at different times when we need them and have a big swing for us and do their job. And it was a full team effort tonight, and I could not be more proud of them.